Is it going to go? Hello, there we go. Okay, we are going. Hello, friends. Hello, good afternoon. I was kind of wondering there for a minute if we were going to actually make it live or not. But it looks like we are. So, hello and welcome again. Oh my gosh, I'm like the good old days, right? When I'm coming on all the time. I can't say I'm going to be doing that a lot, but I can say that for right now, I have this little quick project, and I have one other little quick project. I'll try to come on sometime soon and do another one with you. But today, what I wanted to do is just a project that's really not going to take me that long. But hi, you guys. But I thought, well, rather than me being here, by myself, I enjoyed our visit yesterday so much. I thought we would just maybe visit a little bit more today. So if I'm going to visit, though, I need to put my glasses on. I noticed today I sat down at my computer to do some book work, and I had to put my glasses on to see my computer. Oh my gosh, my eyes are just getting really bad. So that's bad, but I have an appointment at the end of the month, so we'll see. Maybe I need to get better glasses than these little magnifiers that you pick up for $5 wherever you can find them. So hey Daryl, hey Bertha and Sandra and Becky and Penny and Judy. Oh my gosh, you're all jumping in at the same time. Hello guys, thanks for saying hi. How's everybody? It's a little warm out there today out here, and it's not as smoky from Canada as it has been. Sandra Anderson can't find me. She just texted me. I have a little text line, and I let people know whenever I'm going live. I feel bad. I can't answer her now because I'm live. So I can't help her out, but hopefully she'll find me. I thought I wrote here. So hi Ruth, how are you? And Betty, hi girls. So come on in and join me, and I want to show you a little antique treasure that I found. And it's a little postal scale, and I always love these postal scales, and I don't think ever two have been the same. Hi Pam. They're always just a little snap different. I thought I cleaned it. I didn't get in there. I see a little cobweb in there. But yeah, I cleaned everything else. So good. I just missed one. I just missed one spot. Hi, Mare. So, anyway, this little postal scale, as you can see, it's backwards. I wasn't thinking about you guys reading anything. Hi, Tori. But it's just a brassy looking scale. I loved the fact that it had some brass on it, but I also loved the dark wood, almost black. How did I do that? It's almost a black base, but it's very like dark wood, and then it kind of has a leathery looking bottom to it. So I thought it was a beautiful scale, but yet maybe not quite beautiful. It's beautiful bones, and I honestly think if you tucked it in your decor, let's see here. We're in my basement, obviously. But if I just tucked it in, where are you looking? Let's see. Here, I see a spot over here by my angel. If I took the, let me see here. If I moved the bottles over maybe and tucked it right here. I think as an antique treasure, see how it kind of just works in? But I think I can make it a little bit better. And after the tour yesterday, you guys can see how I like to tweak everything, right? Nothing kind of stays like I find it, right? So we're about to tweak this out a little bit. I'm going to show you how to make it even better. So I guess the idea is if you find anything, no matter what it is, and you think, this reminds me, in our private group, we did this month. I have this little, it was a little, I don't know what, it was this thing on a piece of wood. It was on a piece of wood, and I think it's like a telegraph or a Morse code or something, because this moves, but it was all rusted out. It did not, I didn't take the tag off of that succulent. Hang on. Whoops. Anyway, there it came. I dressed it up, and we added all kinds of different colors of greenery. And then what really did it, which is unbelievable, but it was this succulent air fern, whatever it is. I stuck that in there. It's not real, but I stuck that in there and it really just actually, I don't think I glued it. Did I? I might have glued it. No. Well, I guess I did, but, so see, without it, it's kind of not so great. And then I'll re-glue it here. But when I stick it in there, it just really softened the whole thing down. Do you see what I mean? Like, a lot of people don't love the greenery, but to me, the greenery kind of is softening. I can't think of like the right words to describe it to you. It's like if you couldn't see and I'm trying to like we're on the radio and I'm trying to explain the look of something, softening the harshness of the rusty metal, and just it was just plain and old dirty looking. So anyway, that's kind of how this scale is to me. It's not, so let me show you. See, it's got its flaws, right, on the base, but yet the main most important part right here is beautiful. So I knew when I saw it that it had potential. And so we're going to fix it up today. And I know it's a simple little thing and you guys can do it. But at the same time, I do get people that send me little messages like, I would never have thought of that. And I just like to see you do things and whatever. So I was going to sit down here today and fix up my little scale. So I thought, what the heck, let's go live. Hi, Clara. Hi, Lori. First thing I did, I pulled out my 3 favorite kinds of moss. You like the Telegraph? I think so too, Judy. It really, you saw, you're in the group, you saw it when it looked yucky. But I get all my mosses from Hobby Lobby, and this is kind of it's just called preserved moss, but I call it more like a sheet moss. Now I've dumped other things in here now, but usually it comes out like in bigger pieces that you can unfold, and it's not just little balls. And then sometimes you can get lucky and find just the white moss. Here's my bag. It's like white and black. Moss Collection is all it says. Okay, so I like that a lot. And then I have a bag. I didn't get it out this time, but I do have a bag. Let's see where it is. Here it is. Of just miscellaneous colors too. You can see all of that. So all of that is from, well, Hobby Lobby's we have a Joann's. It's not a great one, but we do have one. But I usually go to Hobby Lobby because it's much, much bigger here. So anyway, and the Joann's is at our mall, and everything's pretty much left our mall, but my friend Tammy has a beautiful shop there, and that's about it. Besides her, TJ Maxx is hooked to it now. But back in the day, so I'm digging through my moss because I want the moss to kind of be the base of whatever I'm going to play off of here, however it's going to go. And I found this piece. You can buy moss in sheets mounted like this. And this is an old piece I've had forever. So I figured, well, I'm just going to use it just to get rid of it mostly. It was in the bottom of my box. You have a small postal scale. Well, if it's in great shape, you don't have to do anything to it. Or you could just, honestly, you can glue it with hot glue to the metal. It doesn't stick that great. It sticks fine for sitting on your shelf and dusting every once in a while. But it's not like something you're going to be using all of the time. So if you don't want to commit and you're worried about hurting its authenticity or whatever, hi Karen, you can just decorate it without, making it permanent, and you wouldn't hurt anything at all. And then you would enjoy it, and then when you're over all the fluff and such, you could just take it off. So, but if you don't like, it's not that you don't like it, if it's got some yucky that you don't love, like this one, I think it's fine. So this is what I'm going to do with my, and I started to tell you, I found a guy at one of the antique shows, and he sold the dough bowls that I buy for you guys, and he sells this moss, and I love it. It is this bright green color, and the only way I've found it anywhere else is in that little bag of mixed mosses that I showed you. So I did get lucky in getting this stuff, but maybe you guys can find it. I've not really looked for it because, well, it's down there, but I have a nice big size bag of it. So I've had it for years, and I just don't need, I don't need any more. So I laid out our mosses. So let's deal with that first. get this it's kind of messy. So let's get that cleaned up. And then I laid out some greens. I have all of my boxes here. I have my big greenery box. You just saw me going through all of the mosses. I have a little bit of this Excelsior, which I have, like, look, I have an enormous bag. When we do giveaways in our group, I always give the girls a little pinch of this because a little pinch goes a long, long way. Isn't that a tobacco commercial? But anyway, oh, Hobby Lobby has some. Okay. I know they have it in the mixed bags, but I didn't know if they have like a whole bag or not. Anyway, so the Excelsior it's kind of a nice little pop of color, even though it's neutral, which you know I love that. So, okay. Why do I get so hyped up when I do these? Oh, I just saw it. My mom stopped by the other day and brought me a treasure. And if you guys are this deep in on this video, then I think you will enjoy this treasure with me. She was mowing, and in the yard, she saw this little thing laying there. And it is a hummingbird's nest. And look, it's tiny. And you know, well, they're in my spring decor. You know, I have a couple of real nests that I always leave them sit out for a year to, you know, do whatever, get all the bugs out and all that stuff. So she's had it sitting out for me for a while. And anyway, she brought it to me. Isn't it adorable? So I can guarantee you next spring, this little nest is going to be out. Hi, Debbie, out with the others. But I thought it was funny. They found this blue and white little ribbon, or I don't know what it is, but it's got like little, well, you can't see in the video. It's got little blue and white stripes on it. I'm not crazy for that in there, but I hate to tear the little thing apart. But if I can just get it off to where they can't, you know, where it doesn't show up that much there, I'll leave that much in there. But I thought that was just super, super cute. And Mom says, you're easy to please. But yeah, I love it. So we're going to put it back in the bag, and we're going to put it in the back room in the spring decor box and save it. But it was a hummingbird's nest. She feeds hummingbirds like all the time. So I'm not surprised that she had that. I did last year, but I haven't this year. It's hard to keep up with the little water thing. So, hi, Marilyn. It's nice to see you again, too. Hi, Debbie. So, okay. So yeah, I wanted to make sure to show you that and to tell you, you know, if you see a little nest in your trees and the babies are gone, yeah, Stacy, that's right. They like your hair. Actually, there's a little bit of hair in there. It looks like you have one too. I saw somebody else had a little hummingbird nest, and I'd never seen one. I thought, boy, I'd love to get a hold of one. And then like a month later, my mom's like, hey, I found this little nest. Do you want it? I'm like, oh my gosh. Yes. So anyway, it's super airy. You know, like the other ones are usually a little tighter, but the smaller little nests are super sweet to work in your decor. And everybody thinks like, you know, oh, where'd you buy that? I want one. I want to get one like that. It looks so real. I'm like, it is real. So, and I've heard you can spray them with hairspray as well to, you know, like hold them together better, but I'm going to leave it and let it do its thing in the bag. Like I said, and then I'm sure by the time I'm ready to bring it out, it'll be, you know, disinfected or whatever it is. So, okay, back to the little scale here. I can get sidetracked really easily. So I want to do kind of a mix. Actually, I'm going to put a little of this in. Now, Booksy and Buttons is where I first saw this Excelsior. Before this, I only knew about Spanish moss. And Spanish moss, to me, has a little gray tone to it. It's a browny, beigey, taupey, but for my eye, it pulls gray. And I don't have a lot of gray in my decor. So I really was thrilled when she brought this little correct color of airy, wispy, it's called Excelsior. I found it on Amazon, but I had to buy, like, I think she said, is it a 2-pound bag? I can't, probably doesn't say now. Probably a 2-pound bag, maybe might be a 4-pound bag. Probably is. But anyway, yeah, it's a lot, but I did it. That's what she had, and she crafts like me, so Anyway, I did that. So, okay, so now I've got to dig into this bag and get up, because I only had the one that was a square. I only had that one. So then we're going to rip apart some of this other moss, and I want to kind of get rid of a little bit of that underneath so it's not so thick, so tall, and you don't need that dead stuff anyway. And I'm going to add it in down here underneath just to break up some of the darkness of the, oh, what would you call it? The patina, the way it has aged. Hi, Brenda. Hey, Brenda. Yeah, so I thought I would put some of that down there. I was going to do this honestly in the group, but I've done so many videos this month. They're good to go. So I thought it's time that I visit with you guys a little bit more before you forget who I am, right? And we've done this sort of thing over there before. Okay, so I'm just trying to keep it somewhat clean. You have to know when you're messing with the moss, you don't probably want to do it like in your living room over the carpet, because it is kind of it can be kind of messy. And so then I'm going to tear just a little snippet off and kind of cover over it, like where the hot glue is from the Excelsior. I want to push that Excelsior back a little bit. I kind of just want it here and there wispy. That was the word I used earlier. Hi, Donna. And I kind of like the feel of that. So there's that. Boy, I'm thinking of something and I sure wish I would have grabbed, but I didn't, so it's okay. I sure wish I would have. So our little pine cones would have been really, really cute in here, and they're in the back room. They're too far away for me to go get. I'm sure I don't have any. I'm too organized to have any out of place. Everything in its place. I try. Hi, Patricia. Oh, thanks, Lou. Hi, friend. So, okay. Without trying to get any on the wood, and without, I want to keep, like it says, what does that say? Made in the USA, and then it's from New York. I.D.L, New York, made in the USA. I don't know what IDL is. Oh, it's probably something that makes perfect sense, and you guys are going to be like, geez, Tammy. Can't think of what that would be. Hello, Cindy. Hi, friend. Okay, so let's put a little bit here. I don't really intend to like cover the whole bottom of it. I just want, actually that's probably good. Let's just stop it there. I'll stuff that back in. There's still a little bit of green on that. And then I usually close up my bags with a clip or a rubber band just to keep down on the mess. So there's that done. Hi, Danielle. And then well, there's no point. I still have more messy to go here. So then I've got the light green and the black and white to add in. So let's work on that. Just little pinches, you guys. Just almost treating it like it is a flower, you know, just little pieces. But when you add that, the texture changes, see that? And the color changes. So let's get some glue, press it down a little bit more than what it was there, puffed up, and I'll show you. So there, we have another interesting little texture, not much, nothing to take away from anything, just a tiny little pop of a light color. So let's put another pop of it back here. I have a spot that I'm not super, see, like right in here. So let's see where I think I'm going to tuck it back towards the back because that would be a nice place for a flower. So let's keep it that way. And so there is that. Okay, so there's where we are with a lot of glue strings. Okay, now I need to put just a piece, maybe just a little snip here up at the top, just a dot. And if you watch the glue, it kind of all sinks down through all of the things. So let's see, I need another dot of that. So just every layer helps hold the next layer on. So we're going to do this. We're just kind of building it up and making little tucky places for some little florals. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to put that aside. I'm not going to mess with getting the bag out. And then I have these little pieces of black moss. So let's get this yucky out of the way. Okay, I have a trash can over here. I'll just throw it on the floor. Although, just as I get ready to throw a little bit on the floor. Okay, so here's a little branch that was in that black. I love that. So that's going to go like front and center because that's an awesome little find right there. So we're going to stick that in here. And then here's a nice piece of it. I think I'm going to leave that whole thing intact. Oh yeah. Okay, so here is without it. And here is with it. So see, it's all natural elements. Thank you, Dawn. That's so nice. Thank you for sprinkling me out. Spreading the love, right? Okay. Thank you for that. It helps because I'm not one that goes live all of the time. I used to. Oh my gosh, I used to like all the other girls, but I'm well, I don't know how to word it that it doesn't sound bad. You know, my granddaughter and my daughter and her husband, my son-in-law, everybody's at our house from Arizona and they're staying for a while. And I guess, you know, priority changes a little bit and life changes a little bit. And it was that I was working all the time. Now I'm not quite as busy. We've had a little lull in our painting. So I am kind of hanging out with them and helping them with the baby while they're at work. And so it's been fantastic, but I haven't had a ton of time to craft. And I usually try to go in the group when I have something new. But I love to at least let you guys remember that I'm still around, still alive. Yes, everybody gets kind of busy with like, look how cute. If I didn't do anything else and kept this like even, it could just go out like it is. You could lay a spool of thread over top of that, maybe tie a key off of that. You could put a really neat little, not a little acorn, but like a medium-sized little acorn, turn it upside down and just stick it there for fall. It would be super great, super cute with some little Christmas bulbs sitting in there. Like I love keeping my decor neutral like this. Oh, Clara, yes. And since they just got here, they've been here a couple of weeks now. So I've been able to come over every now and again and craft with the girls. But yeah, a little bird would be super cute. The little nest is a little too big because when I laid it here beside, when I got here, I had laid the nest down on the table. And then when I set this beside, I thought, wouldn't that be cute to put the nest on top? But I love that it's more neutral for every day. Now I could put a little something there. Let me just, I have this little bit of green here. Let me just see how I feel about that. Like just a little, oh yeah, I think I will. Just a little spot. See that? It's another ledge. I won't do a whole lot. I don't have any more of the white and black laid out. So we're just going to go with this little piece here of this just because I think it's kind of nice. It was a ledge that doesn't want to be forgotten. And so we're not going to forget you. So there you go. So there's maybe I need to pull some of that off. Yeah. Okay. And then we'll tuck a little something in there. Okay. So, oh, I didn't tuck any Excelsior down low. So let's see if we can just work in like a piece or two. Let's see, can I get it in here? There's one piece. Let me see, here's kind of a little bit thicker of a piece and it's kind of curled up. So maybe I can get that in there. And then I'll be sure to put a flower in here to hold it down. But yeah, just a little, I need a little bit more. Let me keep going here. I like it underneath my stuff, but the flowers will have to do the talking here there. So I sent that one out front. That'll be fine. So I have a little bit of the Excelsior. There's a little piece of it here, little bits coming out, and then I have a lot in the top. Maybe, let me see. Can I lay a piece? Let me see if I can work a piece in, if it's stiff enough to shove it in amongst this. Yeah, I even got a little sliver there on the ledge, just a little piece. Okay, we'll see how we feel about that when we're done here. I don't know. I don't like it. Let me fold it in half and push the V part back in there and have the two strings coming out. That might look a little bit better. Yeah. And then I'll fix it with some flowers. So, okay, this is our bones. Hi, Cynthia. Oh my gosh. Hi, Candace. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the stars. Honey, I haven't had stars in probably 6 months. How sweet of you. I forgot about stars. Oh my gosh, I have stars. Thank you. That's so stinking sweet. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating. Thank you, Candace. That's so sweet of you. So, okay. Now what I have is a little bit of leafy greens. Since I've done so well, not crafting much, Candace. I know what you mean. I kind of make it happen on Tuesday nights. My friend Julie and I have been getting together every Tuesday night, and we love our time together. And so we, I don't know, we like creating and hanging out. So we've been having craft night on Tuesday nights. So if you really want to make it happen, you can make it happen. But like I was telling them, I've done it for so many years, you know, this is kind of a nice little break. So I'm going to work in a few pieces of green, not too much. But yeah, I kind of wanted you guys to know I'm still here and I haven't forgotten about you. And I know it's been a while. I think it's been April since I've really been live, besides yesterday. So it was time to say hi and maybe bring you an idea or two here. So, okay, where was that little, I just cut off this, oh, it was on this. Oh, here it is right here. I was going to say, I might be able to use these 2 little leaves that I couldn't get. And just put those in to match. They're small, so I think they're going to work in. Just got to get them placed. I'm going to put one under the moss, kind of coming out. And then I think I'll put one, oops, wrong end of the leaf. Put one back here. I like the little white line in that leaf. And there, I covered up the Excelsior just a little bit, so that makes it look nice. And then where'd that little stick go? Okay, so let's just take that off of there. And let's see, it's a little bit longer, I think, than what I need. So I'm going to snip some of it off. Let's see, so since it's coming out that side, I'm gonna send it out over on the other side. Oh, thank you, thank you. Tori, it's nice to see you too, Judy, thank you. It's nice to be here. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna stick that in there. So now we have a piece this way and a piece that way and a piece kind of, you know, they're in the middle. Let's see how I feel about all that. So, I think I need one more piece back here. So where'd that go? Right here. Well, is that enough? No. Okay, hang on a minute. Let me clean this. Get this branch off of here. And this little nubbin thing off of there. Okay. And then I'm going to cut this about, oh, let's make it a little longer. I can always cut it down if I need to. Yeah, nice. Okay, let's glue the end of that and we're going to shove that down in. So I guess the way I am going here, I'm thinking textures. Oh, Jamie, awesome. I know I've sold a few of them. You might have even gotten it from me, just plain for your decor. But the more I looked at it, I just felt like it was a little weathered, mostly on the bottom. The pan is a little bit, but really it was the base of it that was kind of weathered out. But I think, isn't that just making like the neatest looking piece? I absolutely love it. So, let's see. So this is going to be too big. So, and listen, keep all of these things. Did you see how I used just a couple of little leaves and it made all of the difference right here? So keep all of this stuff. Don't throw it away. If you rip up an old wreath or something like that, keep it. Keep all of the little bits and pieces. And sometimes it's just what you're looking for. But I think I've got enough greens. I don't think I need, sometimes I use these little ferns like for height, you can see, but I don't think I'm going to do that on this one. They're, you know, it's kind of like art, creative art, right? I knew what I was going to use and I sort of had a direction, but, oh, Carol, well, thank you. I don't know if I'm amazing, but thank you. you sort of have a direction. I mean, you have to have the idea or the item to start with and kind of an idea where it's going to go, but you never really know in your head what's it, you know, it's like that's the fun of it, is the creating part and what's it going to turn out like. And it's already more beautiful than I even pictured in my mind. I absolutely think it's adorable. So let's see where else we can take it now. I have some paper flowers. So I get these back in the craft section, in the scrapbook section at Hobby Lobby. All of these are little paper flowers. You may recognize some of them from the little the little sets that you can get. So that's what I've got here. Oh, look, I've got a couple here, and I have this little gold kind of leaf. I wonder if that would be, I don't think so. I have these gold tipped paper flowers. If you can tell, there's a little bit of gold. And so I'm thinking about just tucking, you can see I do need something tall in the back. We'll have to come up with something. I might have to step up camera, but I have an idea. So we'll see, we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna use some of these with a little bit of gold on them. I usually use these at the holiday time. Again, I still don't want to cover up if someone wants to see where this is from. So there's that. Here's another one with a little bit of gold. Let's see here. Ooh, I like it right there. So let's stick that one in here. Okay, let me show you where we are. I've only done 3 flowers. So I have one up here, one down here, and one back here, okay? And you kind of want it to look good, you know, like wherever you have it. So you kind of want to, you know, make sure you look all around. And I did leave a little area here. It was probably the best condition. So you could see, like I didn't cover the whole thing because I didn't want it to look like I was hiding anything. The top I did just because it's a flat pan and it's nothing exciting, but I kind of like being able to see a little bit of the original piece. See that? Like I personally, if you don't, cover it up, it's fine. And I didn't want to cover much of the base either because the base was in great shape. And I love that it's either really dark wood or it's black. I think it's really dark wood because there's kind of maybe a little bit of a reddish, you know, like a walnut sort of look to it. I don't think it's painted, but it sure has that black look. Oh, thanks, Brenda, thank you. So let's see if we can't find a little flower. And I don't know if I have like anything gold in a little tiny one. So, and I can't go too poppin'. Maybe, let's see, that might be too small. Oh no, that's too big. So let's go with these tiny little, so I always pick up a pack of these teeny tiny ones and it's going to look really cute. Oops, one fell back in there. How did I do that? Let me get that out of there before I forget it's there. Okay. But those are nice little tucky things when you just need a little. I'll show you. Let me show you. See? That's all it needed. Just something really, really tiny. Yes, Marilyn, hi. Yes, I do too. I love working with nature things, and all of this is except for the paper flowers. I do have my bin of silks right here, all my silk flower pieces that my Excelsier's fallen over, but that's all the little flower pieces. But I just thought maybe I'll just go with the paper on this one. And I love it. So I think in honor of that one little teeny tiny one, I think maybe I'll just tuck a fun little, because they're like a daisy. A daisy is so happy, right? So we'll just stick a couple of tiny ones in there just to make it fun, because I think they're fun. A fun little surprise. Okay, let's see, where do I, oh, I see a good spot. Oh, you probably can't see it, but I'll show you. I'll show it to you. And then I see another spot, maybe for a medium-sized one. Yeah, I could. Maybe, let me try this side and see if I like it better aiming that way. Yeah, I like it better back in there. Okay, let's get that back in there. Besides that, it'll help hold that Excelsior in since I didn't glue it underneath. And it's kind of just tucked in, so I like that. And then, let's see, I need another little, let's see, where would I put it though? I need another little flower. Yeah, like right there. Hang on. I know you guys can't see. I'm sorry. Okay, so there, I added these two to kind of pull that little tiny one, and then Oh yeah, and then I put the little one down low, but I feel like I need another little one in the front, right there. Let me find the right color. I'm working with, there's like a beigey color, and then a cream color, and then a white. You get 3 colors in the pack. I'm gonna go with the middle color so that it doesn't blend in quite so much with that moss, because I put it right beside of the moss. And then I think a warmer one back here, and then I think we could be done, but I feel like it needs something back here. So I have an idea, but you got to give me a minute. So you can either, give me a minute, or you can come back, catch the replay, and slide your finger across and see how it ended up. Yes, yeah. Oh, Patricia, thank you guys. Thanks, Candace. Okay, so let's push this back out of the way. And I mean, I'm just kind of thinking while I'm chattering here, and I do think I have an idea. So let me clean this up, because it's kind of like starting another project. I'm sorry I didn't think of it before. I really was thinking, I think when I first started laying it all out, I was going to use the silk ones, and then I grabbed these paper ones as an afterthought, and I really kind of like this to keep it sweet, but I feel like it needs something taller back here, and I don't think like an air fern or anything like that's going to be good, and I don't think like, oh, where to go, like something like this. I think even if I use this, I could make it work. Actually, I could make that work, but I think we can do something a little better. Hi, Michelle. Thanks, Jeannie. I think we can do something a little better. Hang on. Let me grab I'm going to put this down. Hang on. Sorry to do that to you guys, but I just feel like I can be better. I could do better. So let's see if we can't find, oh, I didn't think of a knob. That would be cool, like a crystal knob, but that one's too big. But like a small crystal knob laying in there would be cute. This one's smaller, but the color's off. I don't want white. That's too big. These are my spools, and they're tassel toppers. I keep this jar for the tops of tassels. So, okay, here's my idea. I'm not gonna try to come up with another one. I have an idea. So I'm gonna take a piece of, or an old spool. I'm gonna choose my side. I can choose either side. Of course, I'm gonna choose the black side. And then I'm gonna see if I can't work that in. And sit that there. So, okay, and then before I do that, now hang on a minute, I gotta grab something else. I said I didn't know I was going to do this, or I'd have been more prepared. So let me grab my jar of lace. Oh, I got a piece caught here, really caught. Oh well, we'll have to. Oh, there, I got it. Okay, well, are you really wanting to be the one? Since you were that caught, let's see, you might be too long. Let's see if I can make that one work. Okay, I think I can. And let's just wrap a piece of this handmade lace around. What do we think of that? Oh, words are in the way. Oh, thank you. I just picked it up at TJ Maxx, actually. Yeah, that gives it something. And see how those cream colored flowers kind of pop this? Oh, Brenda, I can't wait. So, okay, what Brenda's talking about is the Janky to Swanky. We have another Janky to Swanky to reveal with you guys. So I might be just a snap too tall. You like the little crystal knob? It was a little too big, I think. Let me see. Let me see. I do have. Let's see. Before I take it any farther, see what I got here. I have this. Like curtain finial, water spigot candles. Here's a little one. I mean, that could sit in there. It just needs something. See, that could sit in there really cute. A little wooden knob. There's Yeah, it's just, they're just not going to sit super well. And I'm not sure it's tall enough, but it's super cute. Let's see, here's a lamp finial. It's kind of interesting. If I could make sure it would stand up. That's a little interesting. I should have known I was going to do that first, though, because I don't know how I could make it stand up to be straight. And if it was wonky, it would always bug me to pieces. The stem on that one's too long. I don't know. I think, let me go back. So you don't like the spool idea with the black top? I kind of like the black top. You like the small crystal, even if it's, let's see, crystal knob, nice contrast. Yeah, it is like adding a piece of glitter or a piece of rhinestones or something like that. I just needed something tall. So, okay, well, Lord knows I've got plenty of them. So I see 2 votes for a glass knob. So we'll just figure it out here like that. So, whoops. So I could unscrew the screw out of here. Oops. And that would make it a little less long. And then, let's see here. Oh, you like the lace, more texture. You love the spool. Okay, well, I have an idea to give this both, okay? So the little glass knob can add a change in, see, like the shine can catch your eye. Okay, so then what if I took, instead of the thicker lace, what if I take seam binding? So, okay, you guys, this kind of works out nice for you guys to see some options. Those of you that might do this someday, you can see some options. Maybe you'll, have an idea or like one thing better than the other. And when you do yours, you can do that. So, okay, what I was thinking is, what if I added a seam binding bow here? That would give me a little bit of warmth. What are you saying? I want to come and play. I know. You used to play, oh, digging the nuts and bolts. How fun. I know. Hi, Norma. I know exactly what you mean. I had a local, well, I don't know how the guy got my number, but he wanted painting done. And he had his father had passed away. He was from out of state, and he had somebody coming like to go through and get rid of stuff. He was taking like old army uniforms, all kinds of things, photo albums, all these things to Goodwill. And he said, come out here and look, because I'm like all in. And so we went out back and looked in the garage, and just like you said, it was just like looking at Grandpa's garage and all of the nuts and bolts and things. Their last name was Nice, N-I-C-E, and I forget where the guy was from, but I bought so much stuff from him, and he was tickled to death. I couldn't have been more happy. And if you followed me for a long time, do you remember when I did the military lampshade? He gave me all of his father's military uniforms and pins and ribbon, like not ribbons, but those bars, with the stripes on them, and like all kinds of stuff. And to thank him for letting me, have things and, share with me his dad's treasures. And I was just so sad over he was a pilot, and there were pictures and stuff. So I made a lampshade. I covered a lampshade with the uniforms of different types of greens, which was kind of hard to, it took me probably 3 months to get the gumption to cut them, but I did, and I made a lampshade. Do you remember that, Penny? That was a long time ago, but yes. And I could just feel like that man was watching me from heaven. And I think he really, I hope it wasn't just me being dumb, but I think he really loved that, and that I was doing that for his son. And then I sent it to him. I had told the guy, I will make you something special to keep to remember your dad, because he didn't want all of those uniforms hanging in his closet. He's like, what am I going to do with all of them? So anyway, that's what I did, and it was beautiful. You might be able to go to YouTube and type in lampshade and just look through the titles and see if you can come across it. Do I need to make this hang a little longer? Maybe when I made the bow, it went too short. I'm not sure. But that definitely softened it up a little bit and make me like it a little bit better. Yeah, what do you think? What do you think? So there's the little glass knob. So I do kind of like the element of surprise, a little bit of glitter there. Then you can see the ribbon that matches. It's subtle. It doesn't stick out like a big, you know, whatever bow. But I'm wondering if it should be a little bit longer. You love it? Okay, well, great. But I think it needs to be longer. I think it's too short. So hot glue doesn't stick to metal very well, typically. So let's see if I can get it off here. It won't take me but a second, you guys, but you know, you've waited this long. You can see how it's going to end. If you need to go, I get it. I'm not even looking at the numbers. It doesn't matter who's here. Just know all I'm going to do is change out the bow, and then I'll give you another spin, and then we'll be done. But yeah, that lampshade was beautiful, and so many little silly things that I got from him. But I'm still finding the old tools. I still use a lot of the little old tools and things. So I'll put that in my snippet jar. I still have, like, just, I don't know, I pick up things every once in a while. I'm like, oh, his name was Ed Neese. I don't remember the son's name. Is that longer than what I had? I'm not sure it is. Hang on. Let me just make my own piece, and I'll make it intentionally longer, and then we'll cut off what's left. There we go. Then we won't screw up. Okay, so it's going to be extra long. I'm going to put a little dollop here of hot glue. I'm going to attach, or not attach, but like stick the ribbon into that hot glue so that it will hold a little bit. And then let's try this again. So, sorry you guys. It's got to be just perfect though. We got to get it just right. Okay. All right. So we gotta talk about Janky to Swanky before I go. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I follow, well, it's been years ago now, but Wesley with Farm Shenanigans on Instagram, and he does this thing called Janky to Swanky. And his Janky to Swanky, okay, that's way too much ribbon, way too big of a bow. Let me back it off a little bit. His way of doing a Janky to Swanky is he started out just him and one other girl, Central Design Central or something like that. They would go shopping. They lived near each other, but not like maybe an hour or two away from each other. Anyway, they would go shopping and find something old and janky is the word, and then they would trade. They would meet in a parking lot and video them revealing what they had to make over. And like one time she gave, this is the only one I can remember that they did off the top of my head really fast, but she gave him a pair of Dutch wooden shoes. I think that's what they are. Dutch, the wooden, you know, with the little point at the end. He's like, what the heck am I going to do with these? So anyway, they do their thing, whatever, they make it into whatever. You can cut it apart, you can paint it, you can use a piece of it, whatever it is, but you turn something janky into something swanky. And then when it's all done, they meet again and reveal to each other what they made with their treasures. So I got Julie watching him, and she was loving that idea, and she said, you know, we should do Janky to Swanky, but she said, I want to do the same thing because it's not a fair comparison, or it's not, you know, sometimes they get something really janky and the next the other guy gets something that's work withable, you know? And so, anyway, he's taking it now where he has like several people and they all, that's like 5 or 6 of them and they all get together and trade. Oh, I should keep working. I'm sorry. Anyway, so, let me keep working. I'm sorry. I get all involved in my story. So over the years, Julie and I have been shopping, and you need to go to YouTube and type it when you're bored or you want to watch something but you know can't find anything great. Go to YouTube and look up my page, Tammy Loves Vintage, and then type in Janky, Janky, Janky to Swanky, and see what you can find. But we have done, and I'll tell you what, if you're good with Instagram, you don't have to be good, but if you go to Instagram, type in Tammy Loves Vintage, and you know those little they call them highlights, but they're little circles underneath. There's a picture, and then there's a description, you know, Tammy Loves Vintage, and a little blurb about me and where my links are. And then there's all these little circles, and the circles are called highlights, and I have a whole bunch of highlights, but some of them are my Janky to Swankies. So you could check out little quickies there. It's not like the whole video things there, but you could check out, at least get, you know, the gist of it. But we've done some pretty awesome Janky to Swankies together. And so at Springfield, I showed you guys, if you remember the reveal, or not reveal, but me sharing my treasures that I found. And anyway, I showed you the piece of wood, the hunk of wood. If you remember, it was like from an old organ, and it had like an organ thing on one side. And anyway, so in the group, Julie's in my group, but I took her out so she couldn't see because it's a secret. And we don't know what each other does with our treasure or with our janky piece until we reveal it at each other's house. Or sometimes it's mobile. Like she'll have to come here because I can't move mine. And if she can't move hers, then I'll do a video here with her here, and then we'll go to her house and do another one. And I reveal it here with you guys, so you'll see. But anyway, so we're always stoked to do our Janky to Swankies, and especially once you get the idea, that's the hardest part, coming up with what you're going to do with your piece. And so I know if you didn't catch that video, if you did, you'll remember it when you see it. If you didn't catch the video, I did take pictures before I started, so you guys can see sort of the process. I forgot to take some at one point, but you'll figure it out. So anyway, that's what she was talking about. It's going to be next week. Julie said she needed one more night. It's the holiday weekend. They're going out on their boat for the weekend. So it'll be one night next week. She'll be ready. I finished mine in the group yesterday and got it all situated and shared the pictures with them. So, you know, the girls in the group are always like my sisters. They get everything first. And then we'll show Julie. And she says, that's not fair. You have all of those girls to help you. And I guess she's right. But I kind of have to have an idea before I present it to them what I'm going to do, you know. So they might say, you should blah, blah. But for the most part, I know what I'm going to do. So anyway, that's coming up next week, one evening, I would say for sure. For sure. I just don't know which evening because I don't know when she'll be home to get it done. So anyway, here we go. Here's how it turned out. I do love the subtleness of this. And that it can kind of lay however it wants to lay, where the spool I would probably, well, I guess I could have tucked the spool sideways, but anyway, I think it turned out super great. So this is one of these projects, again, where it was just kind of a janky piece, and we sure made her swanky. See, I kind of like the ribbon if you catch it from the back. I should probably add, hang on. I have a little piece of this green moss still here. Let's just, looking back here now, it's kind of blah. This whole corner is like, hey, did you forget me? Let me just put a little, that might be too much. There we go. Just a little snip, just so it's not a forgotten corner. And here, right? Oh no, that's a big one. Let me see if I can find one of those teeny weeny ones. Let's see, here's some, but it's white. I need a cream. There's a creamy one. I see you trying to hide from me. I'm just going to stick a little creamy flower back here. Just a nice little simple touch. No big deal. Can't do one. Can't do 3. It is swanky, isn't it? I better just leave one. Maybe it may be a piece of this. Excelsior. Let me see if I can get that in there. That might be what it needs. It needs something else. Okay, let me get this kind of shimmied. in here somehow. Let me pull that back. I'm going to pull the moss back a little bit. Put a little dot of glue in there to get that there. Okay, so there you go. So there, I added just that little bit back there. Yeah, I think she's pretty swanky too, actually. So if you're doing it, it's Janky, Janky. If you text it, it comes up Jenkee, and that's not how I spell Janky. So just remember I spell it Janky, and you guys could look them up and see all of them. We've probably done, we figured it up the last time we were talking about it, either 5 or 6. So anyway, there you go. And I have all of them, but one. I did sell one of them. We bought a bundle of 4 spindles. They were twisted spindles, and I was up in Amish country and I saw this crock lid, and it was chippy white paint, and it had a really cool like screw thing in the top, and so I bought that, and Randy cut it down for me and made a pedestal for our table. So it had 3 or 4, I can't remember, of the spindles with that old lid on top. And then Julie took hers and cut them up. I think she had to use a couple of other spindles that were a little different, but she made a hanging light. So her spindles were the 4 corners, and then she used other spindles to put her 4 corners together to make a box out of the top and the bottom. And yeah, so anyway, that was really cool reveal. So I'm like, here's mine at my table. And she's like, oh, I remember she took me in her bedroom and she's like, can you find it? And I'm like, her bedroom's huge. And I'm like, no, I don't see it. And here she's like, look up there. And it was hanging from the ceiling. So, oh, Brenda, you already checked out the military lampshade. Okay, well, was it on YouTube? Did you type that in the search? That's cool. Yeah, all of these videos, if you do want to see, like if you want to do over a lampshade, I have a couple hanging there to do, but I just haven't been in the mood to do them. So anyway, yeah, but oh gosh, we've done so many lampshades. We've been doing this since 2013, you guys, hot and strong. So there's a lot, there's over 600 videos on YouTube. So you could spend a few days with me over there. If you could take it. I'm a lot. So you might need a break every now and again, but yeah. So anyway, you guys, thank you for watching. Thanks for helping me figure out what to do with this. And yeah, if you're curious about that military lampshade, go check it out. You found it real easy. Okay, yeah, so you wouldn't just search in the main YouTube search. You need to search for Tammy Loves Vintage first. And remember, it's T-A-M-I. And then I'll have my own private little search bar where you can search through all my videos, because 600 is way too many to scroll through. And yeah, and you'll find it no problem, I'm sure. So obviously, Brenda said you can. So anyway, you guys, thanks for joining me. It turned out even cuter than I thought it would. I'm glad that you guys love it too. And I hope you all have a great day. And next time I come back, I told the girls in the group I was going to do a horse bit tassel with you. So this was the really cool horse bit. I tried to sell it in my last sale, and everyone must already have one. So I'm going to dress one up. It's been a while. Oh yes, Alma, I think it's a good one, honey. I think you might enjoy it. If you are bored sometime. The glass doll did it for you. Okay. But this is what we made, Alma, in case you missed it. There you go. So, anyway, I'm going to make a tassel, a Tammy tassel out of a horse bit, and show you guys what you were missing out on when you didn't pick that up. So we'll make somebody fall in love with it for sure. So I will see you later. Thanks for watching, and I gotta kind of see what the family's doing over the holiday, and if I get a minute to break free, I'll run over here and I'll text you at 740-273-6693 and let you know when I'm going live. And if you missed that number and you're scrambling to grab a pencil, it's 740-273-6693. If you miss it now, you just have to replay and slide all the way to the end and you can get it. So you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.